Hi everyone. So in this video I'm going to do card number 7. Can you believe it? I've actually made it to number 7. And I've got some Lawn Fawn and Stampin' Up products here. So for these little guys here, these little penguin dudes, I've used the Lawn Fawn Toboggan Together stamp and die sets. They've got coordinating dies that go with them. And I've also used the main circle. I've actually created a card base. This is very easy to do. You can do this with any of your dies that you've got, any shape die that you've got, and all you do is you will put the die, fold your piece of card in half, and then put the die so that just a little bit of the die sticks off the edge of the card. This is the same size piece, so if I put these together, the exact same piece, and I flip it over, you see that there's just a little gap here. So that's how much overhang I had, and that creates, and that's on the fold line of the original piece that you folded, so that then you've still got your fold in the card. I've got another layer just so that the front looks more uniform, and then I've got the pieces. I used the large and the small stackables ovals from Lawn Fawn, and I used the large one for the main base and the front piece, and then the largest one from the small ovals for that. I also used the stitched hillside borders to get a piece that I could add to the bottom of this. I'll just move these guys out of the way. This will make sense in a minute. So I cut, like I say, the largest of the two of this small set. I cut an oval out of that. I then cut another piece in Whisper White. Sorry, this is Crumb Cake cardstock. This is Sky, Soft Sky Stampin' Up cardstock, and this is Whisper White. I then cut another piece, same size as that, and then used the Lawn Fawn hillside, stitched hillside borders, and just kind of worked out from that border where I wanted that slope to be. The reason I used the same oval die is so that the stitching, when I've done the border piece, the stitching goes all around the entire piece of card. Now, the other thing that I used for this little interactive card is the slide on over dies, and these dies coordinate with the stitched hillside and the simple hillside dies, I believe. So again, I just kind of worked out where that piece needed to go, and basically this piece is what will die cut out. Now I wouldn't get rid of that, and I'll show you why in a minute, but this way my hillside's going to match up more or less with the slider part of that. This will all make sense in a bit. So next thing I want to do is get my little guys out the way. I'm going to put this piece back in here, and I know this is going to look a bit odd to start with, but just bear with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the Snow Cool stamp set, and this also comes with coordinating dies, and I'm going to use this snowy background piece here. And get it off, and I need a block, that'd be useful. I'm using Stampin' Up's block E. I'm just going to lay that flat down there, pick it up. I'm going to use some Versacolor white pigment ink. I haven't got the Stampin' Up craft, we call it craft, it's white pigment ink. I haven't actually got any of that yet, so using what I've got, get it nice and inky. Hopefully that will do it. And then what I'm going to do is even though this piece is back inside here, I'm just going to stamp straight over the top. Let's start off the edge here. I'm just going to stamp this down. I didn't know if it was going to go far enough down for that, that's why I left that in there. And it will just give it a little snowy background. At least that's the idea, although it didn't actually show up very well. Oh. It's not worked as well as I thought it might. Let's try again. Better. It's just me not getting enough ink. That'll do. It's just a soft background so that you've got a snowy type background going on. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it much. You can kind of see it in person, so that's alright. Right, so I'm going to work on this main piece that will go on the front of the card. And what I'm going to do, let's see, how am I going to do this? Let me just get some tape. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the this piece of cardstock. I don't actually need that piece yet. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to, bear in mind I've not done this yet, guys. Oh, before I do that, let's stick my border on, my little hillside guy. Are you guys ready for Christmas? I think I am. I think. For the most part anyway. Right. You've got your little hillside going on there. Glad I didn't forget that. While we're here, this little guy is going to sit on top of the presents. Oh. I'm just going to stick him on there. So I've made a little, this is basically going to act as the stopper, providing this works of course, but that's going to be my stopper over there. So this little guy is going to come running to him with his presents. I could have done him running with the presents, couldn't I? Oh yeah, he could have been holding the presents, going yeah. Anyway, now I'm going to tape. Right, so this is just foam tape. And I'm just going to, right, so you need a coin. You can use a washer as well. Probably better to use a washer than a coin, but this is what I've got at the moment, so this is what I'm using. And I'm just going to work out first of all how much space I've got. So if I just turn this way, so you want this, which way is this going actually? So this is going to be where the stopper is, so the stopper is going to be this side, so I need this to go all the way along to about there. So you don't want any interference from the you don't want the coin to interfere with this bit, or vice versa, if you know what I mean. And let's just stick this piece right on here, and then we can finagle and put some extra pieces on, etc. You will want it double height, so and I have done the whole thing where you you know, double up your tape, but it just doesn't work very well with this if I just roll it over. So yes, this does take a little longer, but at least you know that it's gonna, so you should go like so. So let's just fill in a few gaps. Fill in a gap there, and some of these are little gaps, so they're not really may not make too much difference. It's just mostly to stop it from being from, what's the word I'm looking for, from it stabilizes it, that's what I'm trying to say. So let's do that. I might speed this bit up because this is kind of boring for you guys, I'm sure. Right, so got that doubled up. Now what we want to do is we want to get, so you see how he's going to be that sort of height. Now you still want two heights, double height, sorry, but you want really thin little guy that's going to fit in the middle here. That's too, let's see, that should work. What you want to do is get your coin somewhere in the middle, like so. But before you actually stick this all together, what you want to do is take your, if I can find it, take your powder tool or your embossing buddy, and you want to put powder on the sides here. So before you take the sticky bit, the backing off, so you don't want to take that off until you've done this. And this will help to make it slide even better. And then you're going to do the same on the edges here. Just on the bits that are, and this will, you know, like along the edges where it would slide. Right. It smells pretty too. Now what we want to do is we're going to stick this through here. Actually, that's too, wide. Hold on, I need a smaller coin. Hold on. Right, so I think I've got that sorted out. So now you'll see he does a bit of woo. Anyway. Right, so I want the piece that's going to go on the back here. And also bear in mind that this is going to be the stopper dude, so we'll stick him on in a minute. So let's get these pieces off. This is why you also need quite a lot of stability. I'm going to put a bit more here. Just because you want it to be as sturdy as possible. Now, I've not, as you can tell, not done many of these. So we'll see how it turns out. The idea is there. It's the thought that counts. Right. So this is the panel that's going to go on the front. Oh, I haven't stamped, have I? Oh, we're just going to wing it. Right. Right, so any stamping you want to do, I might be alright because that's quite sturdy there. You might want to do that before you do all this bit. So, oh, you should move. Oh, there's an auto stopper there anyway. Right. So stick this, oh no, before I stick that guy on, let's do the stamping. Before I forget to actually do the stamping. Right, so I thought I would do To a Cool Friend. Blech. Come back. Just see where I'm going to have this. He's going to be sat there. To a Cool Friend. Or should I do this? Merry Christmas. Let's do Merry Christmas to a cool friend. Get off. Right. So let's try this kind of thing. Let's see. If I stick the block on there, this is block H. If I put my block on there, on top of it, and without getting my big head in the way, somewhat wrap this round here, roughly in the shape of the curve of the actual thingy bob. Oh, my pyjama's in the way. So let's just see. I think that'll work. So let's do these at one bit at a time. So I'm just going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink for this. But you could totally mix this up and put, do reds and greens and whatever colour you fancy. So Merry Christmas. See if I can smush it hard enough. Oh, no. Try and get my head in here. Nope, it's not having it. Okay, plan B. Right, this is what happens when you don't oh, double whammied it now. Whoop. Right, what not to do, guys? Let's see if I can just make this work. How does that A go? Somewhat like that. Not bad, not bad. And then let's just have "To a Cool Friend" underneath. See if I can get this bit right. Merry Christmas. Oh, let's put this the right way up. "To a Cool Friend." Let's just stamp this off first. You're not going to see this, so I'm just going to stamp it on there. Yeah, that works. Let's hope this works, guys. That's what happens with crafting. Sometimes you know, you do things and then you're like, whoopsie daisy. To a Cool Friend. Ta-da! Oh, come on, ink pad. And don't worry about that, you're not going to see that one by the time we've finished. So, let's get this little guy on. Get him on. Oh, I may as well use this tape, seeing as I've got it going here. Oh, come back. This you can just put it straight on because you're gonna, he's just the stopper, so it you just need the foam on the back, all the way on the back. I'm gonna sit him about there. So in theory he'll act as the stopper for him. That looks like it's not high enough. Maybe I need another little piece. I need another piece for this. For some reason, maybe my maths is a little off. Crafting on the go, guys. Oh, that's better. Still sticking a bit. Yes, I could do that all day, but that's better. So I've got actually 3 heights of foam tape on him, and then this little guy acts as the stopper. Maybe the tape's just, maybe I could have had it wider than that. Anyway, first time doing it, it's not so bad. Oh, this is what I wanted to use this piece for. I want to get him underneath here. Oh, come on. Sorry guys, another really long video. Right, so the idea of this is that the background then will look like it's meant to be there, if that makes sense. Just trying to get this, make sure it's squashed. So you've now got that same blue running in there. Yay! I think I may have actually got glue everywhere, but anyway. Right, oh. Crash! Right, because this is the same size, I'm just going to actually put the adhesive on this piece rather than trying to get it on the back of that. So I'll just put my adhesive all the way along here. And also, if you're putting it on the right on the edges of this piece, you may have some overhang here of your what's that stuff called? You know, you might land up with some adhesive sticking out the back of the card. Let's see if I can actually get this on here in one piece. If that makes any sense. Just trying to line it all up. It's kind of hard when it's ovals and yeah, squares are pretty easy to, or rectangles to line up, but ovals not so much. So even though I did do a lot of the prep before, I wanted to show you how to put the card together. This is still bothering me. It's the right height, but it's sort of not quite doing what I wanted it to do. But anyway, you get the idea. And there you have an oval shaped card for Christmas. You see there's a tiny little overlap there, but at least you've got no adhesive on it. So there you go. Oh, I was going to add, and you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because I'm at a funny angle, so I can't see what you guys can see until I actually watch it. But in real life you can actually see the snowy background. It's very, very faint, but it is there. So that's kind of neat. So I think I might leave it like that. I was going to put some bling on, but I think I'm going to leave it just like that. So there you go, guys. Let me zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And there you have it. I also used, just so you know, when I coloured these guys in, oh, that's what I was going to say. When I coloured these guys in, I used my distress markers, and I just got I you know, you use what you have and all that. And I used the Spectrum Noir clear brush, glitter pen, whatever it's called, over their bellies, so all the white bit. And I might actually do that afterwards, just add some to the snow so it's all sparkly. But anyway, there you go, guys. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas and Christmas season, and I will see you in the next video for card number 8, I think. So we'll see you later, guys. Bye.